Good morning and welcome to The Brief with me, Joel Outsgood. Here's a look at the trending stories for this morning. Broad program to be formulated to make Sri Lanka the trade and economic hub of Asia. Project to turn Western province into a megapolis to be unveiled this month. Kingpin of Indus Sri Lanka kidney racket nabbed by Indian police. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe says that Sri Lanka is in the process of formulating a broad program to make it a trade and economic hub of Asia. The Prime Minister made this statement while addressing the Sri Lanka Investment Forum on the sidelines of the World Economic Forum being held in Davos, Switzerland.
The forum, which was organized by the Swiss Asian Chamber of Commerce together with the Ceylon Chamber of Commerce, was attended by both international and Sri Lankan representatives. Speaking at the forum, Prime Minister Wickremesinghe said that drawing the economic map of Sri Lanka for the year 2030 lies in the hands of investors, adding that the government of Sri Lanka has made all arrangements for this purpose. The Prime Minister added that a development agency is to be established in place of an investment board and economic development board.
Mr. Prime Minister, I want to ask you about the possibility of an IMF loan deal or a standby agreement, whatever you had in mind with the IMF. When do you expect to sign this? What kind of agreement are you looking for? What kind of amount?
We have been discussions with the IMF. We have not concluded discussions. I'm even meeting with the managing director of the IMF while here in Davos. But we've also been discussing with many of the others. One is the Sri Lankan economy has to be restructured. Our sources of foreign exchange earning are limited. As a result, the imbalance in the balance of payment cannot be corrected without any major restructuring. There has been certainly a drop in the revenue collection of this country. The mechanism is not working. We are also being buffeted by what's happening internationally. No one is sure in this world how it eventually will turn out in 2016. So it's not surprising that we are having discussions, and if need be, we'll come to an appropriate arrangement with the IMF.
Your plans for reconciliation in the country, if you have any further plans to reach out to the Tamils, and in particular if there are any plans or is there any possibility for a release of Tamil political prisoners?
Well, we have reached out with the Tamils. We are discussing with the Tamil parties and other organizations. Under the Minister of Foreign Affairs, there's one group that is working on the questions of accountability. Gradually, things are getting back onto track. We have no political prisoners anymore in the country, among the Sinhalese or Tamils. There's 290 of whom some of them are already convicted, while there are trials in case of others. This is the residue after a large number of them were released.
Do you have any comments or feelings about the allegations of corruption and match fixing, which at the moment are swirling around the Sri Lankan cricket team?
All allegations have to be investigated. In fairness to the players and in fairness to the Sri Lankan team and to Sri Lanka.
Minister Partili Champika Ranaweka announced yesterday that the project to convert the Western province into a megapolis will be unveiled on the 29th of this month. The minister also added that the project will take place under 3 phases.
The minister said that the project is aimed at building an individual equipped with economic success, social equality, environmental conservation and happiness. There are 4 core aims of this project. This project will be driven under 10 large-scale themes, with 160 sub-projects for 15 years. The primary project would be to transport gas from Mannar to Colombo. The next would be to create an electricity supply grid for Colombo and its suburbs that would run underground. There is also a project to provide a water supply to every household. Another project would be aimed at creating a streamlined transport system. Colombo will see the construction of a port city. Katunayake will see the construction of an aviation city. In the next 15 years, 68,000 poor families will be given houses. We hope to create administrative cities in Jayala, Kadawatha, Kaduvela, Kottawa and Bandaragama.
Now, the Ministry of Health has decided to temporarily suspend the kidney transplants of foreigners at private hospitals. The decision was made after Indian police uncovered an international kidney transplant scam.
According to reports, in 2012, the Indian police arrested Suresh Prajapati and his accomplice who had facilitated kidney transplants. They were arrested in Telangana, India. According to the Indian police, Indians who are willing to sell their kidney had been flown to Sri Lanka, where the surgery was performed at 4 different hospitals. Based on investigations carried out by the Telangana State Police, it has come to light that 6 Sri Lankan doctors are linked to this racket. A kidney is priced at around 2.8 to 3.5 million Indian rupees, and the main trafficker receives a sum of at least 500,000 Indian rupees per transplant. When Newsfirst inquired in this regard from the Indian SP who is leading the investigation, Vikramajit Duggal noted that the chief suspect, who was taken into custody, had made a confession on the racket. At the confession, the suspect had revealed the names of the 4 Sri Lankan hospitals and the doctors engaged. The Indian SP further noted that around 6 such surgeries are carried out a month, and around $22,000 were being paid for the transplant. Indian SP Vikramajit Duggal further added that the Indian government has been brought to light of this crime and that at present the 2 governments are dealing with the matter. We sent a circular to each and every private hospital to halt kidney surgeries carried out on foreigners. Kidney transplant surgeries could only be carried out on locals. After we get the report, we will reveal the names of the doctors and private hospitals. Today, we instructed these hospital directors to appoint a committee and look into this matter and provide us information within a week. They will be terminated from their profession as a doctor. We will give authority over this to the Medical Council.
Well, that's a wrap of the brief for today. Thank you for stopping by. For the news team, I'm Joel Outskun, reminding you to stay brief.